Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone that you happen to find yourself in. Welcome to our live stream tonight. I am so excited. I met a new friend a couple of days ago, and Paddy graciously helped make his moment in time with us. And we posted that for everybody today to get to know him a little bit better. And we're going to put the live in the live stream tonight. All right. So, Paddy, you want to come on in?
What's going on, everybody? I hear a really bad echo in my. I'm good now. Awesome, sick. How's it going? Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Well, I am very excited to be able to talk to you, and I believe that we're going to have a very lively conversation, and we're going to just kind of go with the flow and see where our conversation goes. I do want to say, first off, that the XRP Army Community Channel has one mission, and that is to bring our community together because together we are stronger together. And I just want to make sure that that's the overwhelming mission that the XRP Army channel and website is all about. And part of that is bringing people in the community to all of you. And Paddy is one of our up and comers. He hasn't really been around in the community all that long, but I really am honored to be able to bring him on with me tonight so you all can get to know him better. And because I think he's going to be a great contributor to our community as time goes along. So now that I buttered you up a little bit, Paddy, I would first off like to hear a Donald Trump impression. I got a request for that earlier.
So I got to get into
the mode.
Hey guys, thank you so much. What I got here, I finally got my free crack pipe from Joe Biden. For so long, they have never given out free crack pipes. All they do is give out free broadband internet and so many other nonsensical things with Sleepy Joe, or who I like to call Uncle Junior. Uncle Junior, very much. You know him? Yep. Thinks JFK just got killed. Beautiful, beautiful people. That's it. I just want to say I got my crack pipe from Joe Biden and gave him my first world today, live on air. So I hope you all got your crack pipe from Sleepy Joe. And I really appreciate you having me on. I appreciate you having me
Paddy,
on. I love what you're doing.
I appreciate that. And I need to check. Do you have any tabs open? Because somebody texted me they're getting some feedback. I don't have any open on my end.
I have
I don't have any open on my end.
I got none open. Is it better now? We still got feedback?
I don't know. I'll get a text in a second. I had this problem last week. I don't know, but it was definitely me last week. But I don't have anything open now.
Whenever I was sharing screen, so I have StreamYard also on my show. I have Crypto War Live. Yeah. We got a sounds great from Chi-Town. What's up, Chi-Town? Thanks for coming in. And shout out to everyone coming in. But when I have a share screen option open, that's usually when it messes up the feedback on everybody else's end. So thanks for everyone being patient with this technology that's made difficult on purpose to keep us down and keep your message down.
All right. Yeah, beautiful people. Hello, Chi-Town. I'm going to see. Let me see. That making it any different? Anybody? Chris?
Give the call sign. They give the steal sign? No.
Last week was terrible. I had one of the worst. I mean, but I had 5 tabs open. I didn't want to miss the live stream, so I had 5 tabs open.
All right, we got another one. We got sounds all great.
Okay, so maybe that was great. Does that help out? Is that yes? Okay. All right, now Paddy. Now that we got the, I want Jeremy Hogan to know that there is nobody that knows how to open a live stream like Scott. I had the same thing happen last week, but now we got it straight. So what I'd like to do first, Paddy, is go down memory road. We released your moment in time today. And first of all, why did you decide to do the moment in time in the first place?
As in the words of Forrest Gump, because you told me to, drill sergeant. No, I don't know. No, because I actually felt it was nice. I saw a couple of them before I went on, and like I did call you prior. I did call you up before. I said, "Hey, are you gonna be talking to me, or is this just me kind of going on my own?" And you're like, "No, it's just you on your own." So I mean, it was good to get that confirmation because I thought it was gonna be a questionnaire or something. But it was a nice intro. And let me tell you something. For me to check time restrictions, I think I just started getting into like as I was coming out of the womb, and you're like, "Yeah, you got 3 minutes left." I'm like, "Oh shit, oh, okay, that's good, that's good." But yeah, I wanted to do a moment in time because I saw that it is influential, and there are a lot of people that don't know who I am. There are a lot of people that do know who I am because of Smoke a Fatty with Paddy.news, which is, coincidentally the fastest news production website out there because of certain things. But you think that somebody who promotes smoking cannabis all the time, who does smoke cannabis most of the time, would be slightly held back or like to be retarded, not like the negative connotation way, but to hold back. It's like downshifting and put it into second gear when you're doing 55. It's just you're retarding the engine, but it's quite the opposite. I figured out a few loopholes, and I bring good things to the community all together, all at once. All the different news publications that are based around crypto, I have them being displayed for everybody, or for all y'all on Twitter. It automatically posts from my site, and it's really good to see that something I created essentially for myself, it has so much utility. Has so much use case, utility, level playing field. Yeah, I was 3 for 3. So yeah, so yeah, all the work that I've done, I'm glad that a lot of people in the XRP community, and even Bitcoin maxi community, that I don't care for as much as I don't know. I just see, like, I don't see any point in looking into MySpace. If we don't want to keep it on a social media level, I mean, Bitcoin's kind of like the MySpace of crypto. Like it had its case. I mean, MySpace was completely sent down the river, but I digress and I go on tangents because of said cannabis. But what what I do is I created Smoke a Fatty with Paddy.news because on January 1st I had a few different publications. I first started out with Smoke a Fatty with Paddy, the show podcast. That was just audio. It was just kind of a joke. It went from smoking pot on air and telling funny stories to the pandemic happening. And I was working right down in the county building, like the county clerk's office. I was working in the vault. I'm a title searcher. I make sure that people getting new mortgages and new houses, I make sure you pay your mortgages and there's no liens, nice clean titles for people. That's what I do. So a week before the Donald Trump election, all the little minion rats, little minion rat interns that just walk around, take up space, and that your tax dollars are paying them probably like $8 an hour to walk around and do nothing. That's fine. But when they closed down the main county clerk's office because of a COVID case or some COVID case on the like 4th floor, like everybody was home anyway. We were all on double secret probation. We had to like go in opposite days. They were closing at 2 because COVID's not around after 2 p.m. I guess in county buildings. And it's insane. The stuff that I saw, the inconsistent.
Oop, you froze up, Paddy. So yeah, one of the things out while you reboot, I thought it was
I have no thought process when it comes down to like emergency situations. Like I can't stomach like my kids getting hurt if they're if they're not hurt, but if they do get hurt, like I know how to switch and jump into action, and that's what I feel this was. I feel that even down to the people I worked with that, they vote blue no matter who. These people, they're sick. These people are so sick. They're sick and twisted without looking at subjectorial content or looking at actually the facts of the matter, instead of just going because, voting because you like somebody or you like what they represent. Meanwhile, everybody, including my parents that watch these, channel 2 through 11 news stations, they're getting fed like horse crap on the daily, and they're smiling at you doing it. So anyway, to go back, I was saying the moment in time I wanted to explain myself to everybody, and I want to just introduce myself to where a lot of people wouldn't tune into my podcast, which was God. So by the way, it was Smoke a Fatty with Paddy. YouTube banned the crap out of me real fast, real quick. So I was forced by God, because there was no other factor in that besides my thoughts saying that, I'd probably get to a more relative fan base if I actually put the name crypto into the name of my show, because Smoke a Fatty with Paddy, it really doesn't say crypto, it doesn't say finance. It kind of screams I'm lazy and I get the munchies. But I switched it. God forced my hand. It's like, hey, stop screwing around, quit messing around and get serious and start helping people the way you were supposed to. I don't know. I started believing in the whole astrology and astrology based thoughts and concepts on like how to better understand markets based upon astrology, and how to, I found my wife, I don't want to say she's like a medium, or she's involved in astrology, and she opened my eyes to a few things. The confirmation was Coach JV and Waters Above Crypto. That was the secondary. And then I started paying attention to every number that came in front of my face, and all the ones that come from Fox, like all the news notifications, they all add up to 13 somehow, or it's like threes and ones and threes. It's sick. And like I post the screenshots every day, but God's played a very big part in where I came from and why I'm here.
Well, I appreciate that. And one of the things that I found interesting in your moment in time, Paddy, was when you talked about how you first came to crypto. So if you'd like to share that with everyone, your story of how you ended up finding crypto and then eventually into XRP. I found that fascinating.
I find the mere fact that this guy upstairs, capital HE, this guy just throws me right where I need to be, right at the right time. And kind of ever since the day I said, God, please show me the way, I literally was outside of my boxers. I had to move my car in the morning because there were a bunch of contractors here, and it was like I went to bed like 2 hours that night. But I said, God, show me the way. It was in the rain, 6:30 in the morning. Landlords calling me, construction guys calling me. My wife was mad at me for something that probably happened 2 weeks ago. I don't know. And the fact that I said, God, show me the way, he started doing weird stuff. And then my CEO and my landlord, the same guy, he handed me the book Extreme Ownership. And, I guess he works for the guy upstairs too. And he handed me this book. I didn't read it until I had to read it. And when I finally read it, I started taking accountability for everything and started realizing that, we could blame whoever we want for anything, but that does not solve the problem. We can take on everything as our own, and we can fix the problem. So, because who better than you? Who better than me? Who better than everyone that's listening? Go look at a mirror. Like, who better than that person? Unless it's like specifically skilled stuff. But this is just basic stuff. That you want something to get done, who is better than you? Nobody is. If you want something done, you get it done. But yeah, so he started like putting different things in front of me for a reason, like the county, like working down at One Bergen County Plaza. Like, why would he put me there? Like I did construction. I had a
landscaping business.
Yeah, so I was adopted at birth. I was told I was adopted after I got in trouble in 8th grade. They sent me to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist by the 3rd episode was like, yeah, hey, yeah, we're gonna talk to your parents. And then in the following week, found out I was adopted. So that was interesting in itself. So I've always been forced to like get comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Again, I got into some trouble. I was greatly affected by the Obama opioid crisis. I'm a survivor of the Obama opioid crisis. That one, not the fentanyl one near now, but I'm a survivor from that. I have skeletal issues and I have a lot of pain. So it's like, how do you go to work every day when you're constantly in pain? And anyone out there that's struggling with this right now, like, don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's all right. Like when you know the guy upstairs looking out for you, that's good. And you got crypto, you got some XRP, go down to Passages Malibu, you know? I was an addict for 10 years, but now I'm not. That guy's awesome. I love that guy. But yeah, excuse me. So yeah, he put a lot of good things in my way. So after I got acclimated with society again and I started doing the right thing, I put myself back into school. I got with my wife and we started a family. We moved out and, now we're living the American dream, paycheck to paycheck like everyone else, trying to just, I didn't know how to save money. I never saved money. So like I said, I was in college, got out of college. I opened a landscaping business. I graduate with a degree in exercise science and I go cut lawns. No sé por qué, pero yo quiero de corta la grama, tú sabes. Y con the landscaping business, I started speaking Spanish again, and I taught myself some more Spanish, and that became a utility to myself, I guess. I love the word utility too, by the way. So I got out of college, I opened the business, and stuff hit the fan, and it led me to here. And I became a title researcher, and I never, ever, ever could save money. And that was really important, the saving money part, because I have a family and like I really don't plan for the future, but this will tie in right now to the end. So I'm really heavy into politics. The show turned from the joke to a politically driven, like everybody wake up because stuff's really not right now. And when I kept following along with everything that was happening it was just like a Fox News and some Alex Jones back and forth. And then all of a sudden the election happened and my boy Ben Shapiro starts calling for Arizona. And I lost it along with every other American that felt like they got betrayed and had their balls cut off when the person that we relied on the most for news just went and gave us a nice knee right to the chode, right to the grundle. And because it was so bad, and if anyone that's laughing right now, you know how painful it was when he said Arizona. And I am a 13th generation American. I want what's best for this country. I want what's best for any person. So I'm watching the news. I guess it was like December almost. Elon Musk goes on Saturday Night Live and something, as in the words of digital asset investor, well, this is not financial advice. It's if something doesn't smell right, it just don't smell right at all. And I'm not. It's not financial advice. I'm just a digital asset investor. So something didn't smell right, and I started snooping around. And then the AMC stuff happened when the kids went to go short AMC, and I loved it. I tried getting in. I signed up on like 4 platforms at once. Now, again, I'm doing title research. I'm in front of a computer. I'm in front of 3 computer screens. I got high-speed internet. Things are good. And then I couldn't get in. And I got really pissed off. And I'm the type of person that I had to conform within the box to get out of the box. That type of mentality, just that like had me stirring up crazy inside the box. And then I started seeing that there was a big missing piece to the news, because the news just made me irate and more mad every day without any sign of a solution or any light at the end of the tunnel. So I went to my buddy who was in Bitcoin back in 2012, told me to take $100 and put in Bitcoin. I didn't. I'm a dumbass. If I had put the $100 in, I'd have 3-point-something million today. And I mean, who knows? We probably wouldn't even be talking. But again, that's the guy upstairs' plan. He has a plan for everybody. And this led me to go snooping around. Brian told me, get an XRP. Shout out to you, Brian, Brian the Gold Slinger. Okay. Brian the Gold Slinger. It was the one word. It was the two crypto answer. It was like, get XRP. That's number one, and get XLM. And if anyone read The Richest Man in Babylon, he told me to read The Richest Man in Babylon and literally left the conversation as if it was the guy's first day with the mentor. He's like, here you go. I'm going to give you this stuff. It's what you do with it in the next year. You'll see in a year. I didn't talk to him for weeks after that. Then I started researching. I found XRP bags, and I found Coach JV. And because Coach JV's story has a lot to do with mine, and the fact that he's in a position where I wanted to be, because, I talked about my CEO before, I started putting myself around people that I wanted to be like. And then it kind of like said that in Think and Grow Rich and some of The Richest Man in Babylon too. There was some back and forth, but I started hanging out with people that I wanted to emulate and be like. And I didn't know how to save $1. I didn't know how to save money plan. I didn't know what to make interest on anything. My whole life I've been paying interest. I've been paying that 23%, 24% when I go to rent a car because I'm in the lowest bracket. That makes sense. We give the highest credit rates to the people that have the least amount of money. Yeah, that is asinine.
I agree. And so, Paddy, when you first saw XRP, with your initial impressions, were they positive or negative? Because it seems like it goes one way or the other with people with XRP. They either hate the fact that it is the banker's coin, or they love the brilliance that Ripple had the foresight to create something for the central banks because they're not going anywhere. Me personally, I didn't have any barrier that they were working with the banks. I thought that was a brilliant move myself. How did you feel about that in your initial, when you began to look at XRP for the first time?
Thanks, Scott. Great question. So coming from politics, this is probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm able to come and speak as knowingly as I am, because of this fact I'm about to say. All the same players are in the political realm that are in the crypto realm. But the only thing is, they're kind of liked in the crypto realm because they're pushing for things to change towards it. Janet Yellen, no, she's still an ass clown, whether it's politics or crypto, doesn't matter. She's using, but there were a lot of people that were standing up for crypto, but like the Klaus Schwab stuff, the Great Reset, this whole the entire idea of crypto and these digital assets, it really made everything make sense. Everything made sense in crypto because of XRP. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but everything made sense. Everything lined up. All the questions I had about politics, they were all answered, and they all rhymed with XRP. Even like a month ago, my wife was like, and I got in I got in May 13th of 2021. That was literally the first day I learned how to save money too, because I had a reason to save. My money was going to be working for me. That's one of the key things from Richest. Wait, Coach, you see what's happening here? Everything's lining up. And then in addition to standing out in the rain in my underwear, asking God for showing me the way, find out my CEO went through a life-changing experience, something like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm done with the coincidences. Now it's just time to sit and move. So when I got to XRP, I was all for it. I didn't even care that it was all the bad guys, the Great Reset and blah, blah, blah. Listen, you're going to own nothing and be happy. Okay, so how do we go before that? They're trying to separate They're trying to separate classes here. So how do we stop that? We tell every effing person from here to Timbuktu about XRP, and you keep telling them, even if they don't get it, you tell them. Well, yeah, and the analogy is the best, and nobody likes to be made a fool of. And if anyone learns since the beginning of this pandemic that I need a T-shirt like Alex Jones, Paddy Drapes was right. Paddy Drapes was right. Do you know how many friends I lost on Facebook because I told them what time it was, and they were on a different time clock. They weren't even looking at clocks, and they were trying to argue with me. You understand? These people stopped. Nobody likes to be made a fool of. If you tell somebody that, hey, listen, you missed Bitcoin's first chance. That was strike one. You're gonna allow a strike two. This is it. This is it here. They put XRP, XLM, Algo, and a few of the other ones. CeeLo's another one. Solana. They give you the playbook. They tell you they're switching banking systems. It's the easiest concept ever. The only people that are distracting you are the news-only sites, the news-only media publications, and then you got the BitBoy cryptos and the Anthony Pomplianos. No, your graphic was too much. You wrote $1 million. No, you put $1 million. You sound like two grown-ass fucking babies. I'm sorry. You sound like two grown babies. Like really, and people actually go watch these guys? Are you serious? There's no way. Digital asset investors said, number one, people are going to come to you when you spew the truth. Number one, and watching these children, these grown children who probably rent Lambos and go piss away their money at gambling. There is nothing more frustrating than looking at somebody who we're trying to emulate and be like, and we're trying to save money just like you, bit boy. But you're out gambling and pissing away your money, trying to act like a big shot, bro. Nah, I don't want to hang out with people like you, bro. You're a phony. You're a fugazi. That's it. I don't want to hang out with you. So yes, I was completely in with XRP, and I liked that it was a banker's coin.
And Paddy, when what was your first introduction, if you recall, to the SEC case, and how, because that's the big elephant in the room. Nobody in our community is doing any videos or any live streams or anything without the SEC case. So when you look back and your first initial, you got in May, then they got sued. Oh, they had already been sued.
They had already been sued, so I was coming in. So
how did that evolution of your education about the circumstances of the SEC case, and what are your feelings about our wonderful civil servants now?
You mean investor protection? Yeah. You mean like the sky is green?
Yeah.
You mean like let's see. Yeah, I could go. I could give a million examples. I could give a million examples. It's like driving in a car with no airbag and like purposely hitting a wall just to see if it works. It's not there. It's garbage. But yeah, so the SEC case was already going on, and I had already been well versed on the Tesla case and what had happened. You see, what had happened was, I was already up to date with what had happened. And it was just there was no question where, and I saw this through the beautiful people that I met along this journey. They it's, to put it this way, it's really hard to go from crypto to politics, but to go the other way, it's downhill. To go backwards and to really to hear all the history of to hear the history of the stuff that went on behind the scenes, and there's just a lot of components to it. Like even the towers going down, like that whole thing, and back to even the mortgage crash of 2008. There were so many factors that added into that concept in itself that you can't even start. And then coming from crypto, where people literally think that there is investor protection. They literally think that the government isn't out there putting stuff in the water. I can't say what I want to say, but I'm going to write it though while you're talking, because it's very important. I got banned for one thing on Twitter. And I got banned for one thing. It's the weirdest thing. It has to do with positive showers and COVID tests. You put them however you want, okay? But when I mix them into a sentence, Twitter took down my stuff in less than 3 minutes.
Wow.
It's insane. They don't take anything down. There's porn on Twitter. If you're bored and you know what I'm saying, you ever got to go to the bathroom, like you could get like in a really bad situation being on the toilet. Like it's bad. There's a lot of stuff. But to take that down, to take stuff about showers and water and tests of the Rona, that's some weird stuff. You think the government's out there. You don't think the government's putting stuff in the water to demasculinize men. You don't think that all this stuff is going on. This is all like, you're crazy. Hold on. You're crazy. No way.
Now we're talking.
There's nothing in the water. No, it's fine. The government loves you. That's what they want. The government loves you. But the SEC case, I think what's going to happen, I got my tinfoil hat on for this reason. I think that the CFTC is going to take over jurisdiction of crypto because, the documents that came out today, I think it was today, they found the documents stating that it wasn't a commodity. It was a currency. And it was said, and Hinman knew it, and everybody knew, and then they just did this anyway. So how can everybody win? How can everybody win? You take away the guilt. You take away the mere thought that it could be a wrongdoing. It was just, hey, sorry, we made a mistake. Now look, nobody's in trouble. Everybody's fine. Joe Biden doesn't look like his pet puppet that he threw into the SEC, which is Gary Gensler. They're probably boys, or they probably like sniff people together. Who knows? And or Mr. Burns. He looks like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Yes, he does.
Yes, excellent, Smithers. Yeah, and so I think that the CFTC is going to take over jurisdiction that will relinquish any type of wrongdoing or malice towards the SEC. Because then again, we didn't know. Sorry, we don't get to play, stupid while we're in front of a judge. But these elected, they're not elected. These bureaucratic pieces of crap, they get to, claim that they don't know. They don't know. A bunch of scumbags. That's how I feel about that.
Well, I appreciate that. And do you feel like that we're getting closer to some type of a resolution? Do you think that our president may come out with his executive order, and that may play a role in? Do you think that may be one of the reasons that the SEC is stalling, because they want Joe's executive order to come out first?
I'm really not too sure, but do you mind if I share the screen with you? Do you mind if I find a video? I got this video last night. I was working pretty late, and I came across something that was of a lot of importance, and I put it up today, and I didn't get too much.
I think you have the ability to share the screen, I believe.
Okay. The stuff that's going on here, it's kind of really, really weird what they're doing, and it's really not in the same aspect. All right, they have the same playbook. They just white out the subject. Okay, they just wipe out what they're going to do. I think that this video may be so key, and I'll interject while it's going on, but I would really like your opinion and the rest of the XRP Army's opinion on this, because it's some of the most jaw-dropping stuff that anybody could see. And also, too, if anyone didn't look at my Twitter today, the reason why Digital Asset Investor didn't get a call back from Marita Bartiromo, it was because she's on Klaus Schwab's executive lists of up-and-coming leaders, just like Dan Crenshaw, just like Tulsi Gabbard, just like damn, I find it out, but you get the point. There's a lot of effery going on right now, and it kind of makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like to be lied to, and I don't like people that worry so much. Like our peers, the rest of the people that are around us and live around us and work around us, they care about keeping their families safe. They care about keeping food on the table. They care about keeping some money so in case if something happens, they can take care of it. With the coin, they're not taxing us at all more. Yeah, I'm not going to tax anybody. Nobody's ever going to get taxed. No, you're just going to raise the price of goods, but I'm going to keep going, but I think this is important now. They're doing the same stuff for gas right now. Okay. Right now, the price of gas is creeping up on $100. And that's what triggered me to jump on this. It's the same stuff. They want it to go up to 150 a barrel because with the oil prices that go up comes the precious metals because they manipulate the crap out of gold and silver. Gold should be like $10,000 a piece. What is it? 10,000 an ounce? Yeah. Come on. All right, so I'm not digressing. It's actually right on point, but I want you guys to watch this. It's so awesome that I get to share this with such a huge audience, and I really appreciate it. I just put it up there. You should be able to rock that. It should be in the
Labs
back.
Was a great opportunity to bring in the New World Order. He went on to say that Barack Obama was the perfect person to sell it to the world.
But he can give a new impetus to American foreign policy, partly because the reception of him is so extraordinary around the world. I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis.
In June of 2006, our team traveled to Ottawa, Canada, to gather intelligence on the shadow government's agenda for the coming years.
I think that's the Queen.
Investigative journalist and best-selling author Daniel Estulin had been tracking the Bilderberg Group for more than 16 years. His moles inside Bilderberg informed him that the elite were planning to first run the price of gas up to $150 a barrel, unimaginable in 2006. He also reported that after suckering the middle class back into the stock market, the group was going to implode the subprime mortgage market and destroy public confidence.
Well, one of the things that we're getting from this morning's conference was about the energy crisis, the price of oil. The afternoon conference, which started about 4:30, they were talking about one of the American delegates. I wasn't told who exactly it was talking about the concern that the American citizens have had with the housing prices going down, so they're not investing that money. So what they needed to do is they needed to create the illusion that everything is going well. So what they're going to do over the next year and a half is to bring the market back up to 1998, 1999 levels.
Bitcoin.
Get all the suckers to invest whatever little money they have left over
in Bitcoin,
and that's when they're going to make the economy bottom drop out. They need to destroy the economy because as we're running out of oil, when people don't travel, at least that's what they're saying, when people don't travel, when people don't have money, they don't travel, they don't spend any money, which means you don't waste a lot of oil and natural gas. That's the afternoon.
So how does this source, just ballpark, so you have the sources.
Well, actually the two people who are members of the Bilderberg.
Okay. So before you speak, I also want to mention to our audience that we are a politically neutral channel because we recognize that there are people in the XRP community who may be on the left, and then there may be some on the right. And I'm very happy to have Paddy on to be able to give him the ability to be able to share where he's coming from. And if there is anyone in the XRP Army community that is coming from the other side, then we're more than happy to have you come onto the stream as well. So having said that disclaimer, Paddy, you want to?
I have one also too.
Yeah, okay.
The information I'm bringing is not from. So I know it's very hard for certain people to believe what I'm about to say because of what I believe in and how I present most.
Whoa. We got a freeze for a second. At least I did on my end. If you need to reboot, Paddy, do it. It's one of those coincidences, maybe. So So, how about that, Mr. Hall? That was a good interview by Tony today, wasn't it? If you need to reboot, Patty, you froze up on me. I think there you go.
Yeah. So whenever I say it happened the other day, remember the last time we talked? I told you every time I say something crazy, this internet resets. So, like I was going to say, this is not a conservative side. I'm not a Republican. I'm a registered Democrat, but these things stick out to me. It has nothing to do with any side. It has to do with the price of gas. It looks like it's about to do that. And did that not sound, if you replace mortgages and real estate market with crypto and crypto market, are you kidding me? 99% of crypto is going to get regulated out of existence. You, me, everyone in the back, we all know this. This is common knowledge. Although they don't talk about it on any news network, they tell everyone to buy into Bitcoin. Now, look at that. What are they trying to do? They're trying to gain public confidence because they're just going to drop it out right at the same token. What are they doing? It's Bitcoin. There's nothing else that they're pushing. There's two things that they push in America. One, I'm not going to say, and two is Bitcoin. That's it. We all know the other one, you know. For this, you know, it's the thing for, you know, the V for the C. Yeah. But these things came up, and I feel almost obligated by God to come and say this, because when I stand before Peter and I have to say, like, you know, he's not going to ask me any specific questions. He's not going to be like, so on this day, do you remember why you did? No, he's going to be like, hey, did you help people when you could? Did you stand on the rock and go try to tell people and warn them about something when you could? He's going to keep it real general. You're going to really think back on your life and say, am I a scumbag? Are you okay with the way you're living? Because I know that there's only one way that all the delusionary people from our reality today that go up in front of tons of people and they lie. They knowingly lie about what's going on and what they know. That must mean that they really don't know, unless they're all CIA operatives or like Mossad operatives, and they could pass basic human lie detector tests. Because there is no lying. There's not all of them, but like even the people that you know left and right to you that live around you, they have no idea. They worry more about football and baseball and things that have no relevance to what's really going on. Those people don't know. And I want every XRP Army member to know that you were chosen. You are here and you are chosen. There's no other reason on the face. Like, think about how you all got into XRP. You took somebody's word for it, and you figured out that you made some money real quick. You guys that saw like $2.90 something, $3 something, you know, kudos to you guys. That is sick. But you believed in something, you put it together, and you. What I'm trying to say is you guys should all be proud of yourselves, and you guys should all know that you were chosen by God. So don't take this as like just a flash in the pan or like you deserve this, because I'm sorry to tell you that, you know, none of us deserve this. None of us deserve what's coming. It's that he chose us, and he in his great glory thinks that you are going to do the right thing with the knowledge and the, you know, the pile of poop that you just stepped into as an XRP. You have valuable knowledge upstairs because of what we know about what could happen. Yeah, Bitcoin will bounce back. Real estate did bounce back. I mean, look, it took what? 14 years. Oh, it took 2 Shemitahs, 2 7-year periods, you know, to get the market back to a really great spot, because you can go sell your house for cash, double the amount it's worth right now. Yep. BlackRock will pick that up in 2 seconds.
Larry Fink loves your house.
Yeah. Oh, it's worth 500. I'll give you $1 million in cash, and we'll right do it now in Bitcoin. We'll do it in Bitcoin. Yeah, right now. These people are sick.
So, Patty, one of the reasons that I feel like that I'm here is I my purpose, I feel like, with the rest of the life that I have, is that I want to be a person that is bringing our community together, because I believe that we are stronger together. And if we have a unified voice, then we can get more stuff done. And think about this. If there were, let's say, 1,000 XRP Army members, when we, have the SEC case settled and we go to the moon like we've all been hoping for, and we go to 10, 15, $30, like BitBoy said, then what? Okay. What are we going to do then? And one of the things that really gets me is we had one of my good buddies, James Rule, the other day put a question in Twitter, and he said, "When XRP moons, what's the first thing you're going to do?" And I literally almost started crying, because 98% of the answers, Patty, were, "I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a car. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that." And the reason that we are in the situation in the world we are today is greed and selfishness. If we keep thinking about ourselves only, then we're going to just keep repeating the loop that we've been in. Everything is fine. We've got plenty of everything, and none of us are getting out of this alive. So we need to be here to help each other. So just imagine 1,000 well-funded do-gooders finding problems together in the world that we can make an impact on.
That's why I'm saying we're chosen. That's why this is it's a
kids.
privilege. This is a privilege. We are given the opportunity. We could do good or do bad.
And see, Patty, that's why the reason that I'm here, I believe, is because I'm trying to bring us together to do cool shit.
I love it.
Because
I love what you're doing here. I love that you have a station. You are well respected as the old school XRP Army since the beginning.
And just
news channel.
If
OG.
If we had 1,000 people that were well funded, how many hungry kids could we feed that wouldn't die? That's more important than me getting a shiny new car. Look, I sold cars for 10 years, y'all. It's the dumbest investment in the history of the world. As soon as you drive off the car lot, it depreciates. And I mean, the reason that I got out of the car business is because I was saddling these people with more car payment than they literally could afford. Now, credit-wise, they could get it, but I couldn't stomach it any longer because I knew I was harming those people. Instead of trying to help them understand how money works and to get an old clunker and drive that around, you still get from point A to point B.
You have to be comfortable in the situation. You have to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. That's the only way that he allows you to grow. And then you could say, yeah, well, that's not only that. Like anything in general, even when you are going to paint a surface that is kind of messed up, you still got to sand it down. You got to break it down. You have to. That's what you must do. You break it down and you rebuild.
And you know, Patty, one of the things that I've found in my life now that I'm getting to be a little bit older is I want to be happy. I want to be fulfilled. And what I have found, and I, as a career commission salesperson, I've made above average income in my life, because if you're going to be in sales and you make it, you're going to make more money than people who are not willing to put up with that abuse. So I was able to do that. And what I'm trying to tell you is stuff doesn't equal fulfillment, because as soon as you get one thing, then you have it for about a week and then you're not happy with it. So you want another bright, shiny thing. But what has lasting value is service to others, is helping others who are less fortunate than you. And I promise you, a meal to a starving child is more important than me having a shinier car than the Joneses, because guess what I found out, Patty? And I didn't have to smoke a fatty to get to understand it. I don't even like the Joneses. And here I am spending my life trying to impress them. I don't even like them. So,
yeah, I can turn off faces. Like it doesn't, where I'm at in my life, my wife finds this fascinating. She's in awe of this, and that she openly says and admits that she is in awe of this fact that I can literally deface somebody and not care about anything that had happened, anything that has or is going to, or like even if somebody is in need, I can like deface and just help objectively, and then just turn it off. As you know what I'm saying? Like there's things you do, there's things you have to do, like for yourself. If you're driving on a road, and it's, let's just make the setting a nice happy town. You see some old lady like on the side of the road looking at her tire, and you just go do it, because that's what Jesus would have done. What God would have done. What happened to those bracelets they used to have back in the day? That did wonders for like a whole decade. There was like good TV shows on. Like as soon as they had a "What Would Jesus Do" bands, like good stuff happened. And then Lance Armstrong starts doing juice, chopping his nuts off, and then all of a sudden stuff goes down the toilet. I mean, what are you gonna do? I wish we could go back in time, But I just want to say I like what you're doing with the messaging brigade, and what I've done. It's so funny that like everything happened the way it did, because what I've done is I found, or people have found me essentially. I haven't looked. People have came to me with great, solid, beautiful information, and I've kind of teamed up with 6 different creators, and like they all bring something different to the table. I found some really great people in this space. I like the Johnny XRP, and then we got the XRP Blue Crew, and the ones that are specifically on my show. We got Red Dingo Productions. He's down in Australia. He's our on the ground Australian reporter. We have Upstate Trends. This guy from upstate New York loves ISO, knows pretty much everything in and out about it. We got there is whatchamacallit. We have Chi-Town's in it too. Chi-Town, he's all over XRP, and I don't know, he doesn't give himself enough credit, but they're just wonderful people in this space. XRP free. He brings TA. He's a TA guru. Who would have knew that? Who knew that? But a big part of I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna not give credit where credit's due, because although Brian got me into XRP, I jumped on the Coach JV bandwagon, and I actually signed up for his program because I knew I was gonna need to learn this stuff on a different level. I knew somewhere deep down. I mean, there was a cold wallet storage. Finally, nobody's touching my stuff. I'm holding my own money. I don't have to leave it in a bank. No, I am the bank. There's no bank. There's always touching this. And like me, I don't even touch it because I get lazy. I don't want to. But Coach JV's program with all the crypto calls, I made some really good friends in there. I learned exponential amounts of stuff. So the politics plus the technical analysis plus a school for like trading, just so I can, it's just so I could have some fundamentals, like I needed a good building block. And then I kept going back to the gold slinger, the richest man in Babylon. I kept going back to this guy. I'll never be the richest man in Babylon because he's been saving his XRP for a long time. And I'm just glad. I'm glad. And what I do for people, I tell people about XRP and its full potential, because I know that like when shit does hit the fan, I don't want you coming to rob me neither. Like I want you to have your own stuff. Like I don't want you coming to my house and fucking stealing my stuff. No. Here, listen, just you go do it. I don't need nothing from you. They probably think I'm like a salesman or something, or like, like I don't want anything from you. I don't trust crypto. Hey, you're gonna make millions of dollars in like 2 years. All you gotta do is just hold it. That's all you gotta do. Just hold it. You keep it. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I really don't want to get into something. I know. I just I got money. Okay, it's gonna cost like $30 for an order of buffalo wings in about 5 seconds. Gas is going to be $5. We're going to hit euro prices. And then all of a sudden, guess what's going to happen? The money that they borrowed, that Biden borrowed from China. He borrowed money from China. China. Did you see that? You see that sign that said, I really missed the way he said China. I really just missed the way he said China.
Yeah, China.
Oh,
all right,
China.
so Patty, we're going to wind her up because we've got another meeting together at 9 o'clock. So
Sounds
we got
good.
about 5 minutes left. And one thing I'd like to do, number one, is invite you to come back at some point because I like putting the live and live stream with you. I've had a great conversation with you. And
Awesome.
I felt like when we talked on Sunday that I had really met another kindred spirit. And I believe we have got to come together. I believe that there are powers out there and forces that are out there that have got a direction that they are trying to take humanity in. And if we do not do something about it, they're just going to run all over us. And I kind of feel like that you kind of feel the same way. And that's not political. It's not a right wing or a left wing kind of a thing. But we have got to come together. And I'm going to use one analogy real quick, and then I'll let you wrap it up. If you just look at your hand, right? The cells in our hands are doing what? They're
Bro,
all.
I feel like that was a question that somebody asked you when you're tripping face on mushrooms. Yo, bro, look at your hands, bro. Like,
it might have actually been like it might have started that way. I've got quite a colorful past.
I think you should be doing that at least once every 4 years. Are you kidding? You're like it's either you go on Zoloft every day for the rest of your life, or you go mess around with those and you just clear your. Sorry, that's just me. I'm sorry.
Real quick, the point that I wanted to make is I just want all of y'all tonight before you go to sleep. I just want you to look at your hand for a couple of minutes and think about the cells in your hand. Are they all competing or are they all cooperating? They're all cooperating. And then look at your own life. How much are you cooperating with other people in your life instead of competing? And you know what happens to the cells in your hand if they compete? They call that cancer. And if we want to have a better world, there's only one way, and that's together. We have got to work together. And there's nothing no problem in the world we cannot solve. And look what Gandhi did with no social media. That's why it is so important to join the XRP Army Messaging Brigade so we can begin to unify our voices together. That's the purpose of why we created it. And when we send you out an email, open it and take the action that we recommend on a daily basis because it's connecting us together. So Paddy,
remember I was telling you about astrology, and this is so remember I was talking about astrology? Listen, the astrology part, it says that I'm a projector. And then I started digging deep into what a projector was. What the fuck was this guy? So I started reading more and more stuff about what a projector is and what I did and didn't even know that I did. You know, anybody that knows me and knows me for a long time, I've been pretty consistent with what I do and how I do it, you know, like until a certain point where it's like things don't make sense and I just back away, you know, that's different. But I'm able to look at a system, see how to make it, analyze it, and then just kind of see how to make it better or see how it can run more efficiently. And I learned pretty quick. So I think if we put our heads together and we just, start thinking about a few things, I think that, I think it could definitely happen because I've been doing it, just from bringing the truth and bringing honesty to people, just not doing stuff because somebody's going to pay you $10,000. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that might happen and stuff, but you have to understand that like that comes with a price. Just like I guarantee you someone's conscience was playing a a really big number on their heart when they're looking at why people's fan base is disappearing ever so slowly. Like, why is Michael Scott again? Why is our most profitable branch bleeding? Why are you losing so many people? Because they're onto your shit. That's it. You can only run your gig so far. And guess what? The people that are in this community are some of the smartest, faith-based individuals that I've ever met. The XRP army is all held together by faith of something that we believe in. Every other coin out there made their run. They already did something spectacular within like the last year, even the year and a half. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is. We're held together by faith. We believe in something that's not even there. And we're told, we're given the clues. We got the decoders. But, you know, as long as we know that, you know, like the way I'll just close with this, like Coach JV says, like, yo, know the game so you can't get played. Know that politics goes with crypto. And that's it. There's no two ways about it. Thank you for having me on. And I really do appreciate it. I'll definitely come back. And
we're switching over to Zoom. I put the link in Twitter for you, and we'll see you there. And I'd like to thank you, Paddy. We have an open invitation for you to come back again and continue our conversation. It's nice to meet a person who's like-minded. And I believe that you understand that it's critical that we come together, because we got some pretty influential people out there who they don't really have our best interest at heart. And we need to come together to be able to be the resistance to that. And,
absolutely.
Thank you all very much for being here. Be on the lookout for our next broadcast. And we'll let you know when that's coming. And hey, if nobody told you that they love you today, I do. I love each and every one of you. Tell everybody. That's the most important thing that we can do, because ain't none of us getting out of this alive. So be good, because we all need each other. All right. Take care. Good night.